don't know how to love the Knicks. Up and down, giving me heart palpitations. Oh no, we win, then we lose. We cannot beat a team that's better than thee, but we can beat up on the trash of the NBA. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Casey here, your baritone, recapping the New York Knicks against the Milwaukee Bucks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. But before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been a week or so since our last recap because your boy had a little vacay as well, just as the NBA did. And it was nice. It was nice, I gotta say. So I just wanted to touch base on the two games that happened before the All-Star break versus the Spurs and the Detroit Pistons. So let me just start off with the Spurs because I guess this is kind of the point I wanted to make on this episode in particular. You know, I think these matchups against teams that are better than the Knicks show us where we are within the hierarchy of the NBA. Now, did I expect the Knicks to beat the Spurs? No, I didn't. Now, the only thing I'll say, though, is that I wish it was a better performance. You know, if we're really trying to compete, you know, we have to give these teams a little bit of a scare, you know, and, you know, going against the Spurs and losing 119-93, I mean, it just, I don't know. It was a little disheartening. I was a little disappointed in the effort. I mean, we gave up more points than we usually do, and we couldn't even hit 100 points offensively, which we've discussed has been a struggle for the Knicks. But anyway, you know, this is, I guess, maybe the next step for us, right? You know, we are a little bit of a Cinderella story, but we need to start playing better against better competition. You know, it's great now that we're beating up on the, you know, the trash of the NBA, for lack of a better word. But, you know, that's our next step. And, you know, going off of what I just said, you know, we go into Detroit and take care of business, or sorry, I should say that Detroit came to us and we took care of business leading into the All-Star break. So we're one game over 500, which is great. And I mean, you know, it's an amazing story. I don't want to discredit anything because as Knicks fans, you know, we're already out of it. You know, we were already out of it a month ago at this point. So just to be relevant in the topic of discussion and stuff like that is very exciting, you know? So, you know, the All-Star break came and went. You know, I think our boy Obi got robbed in the dunk contest. But, you know, whatever. I think the dunk contest needs to kind of be revamped anyway. I know someone mentioned doing a thing of horse instead of the dunk contest. And I think I'd like to see that. You know, I think maybe you could even get some more players, more household name players to participate in that because it's something a little different. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But let's get into it now with the two games that just passed against the Bucks and the Thunder. And you know, a little bit more of the same here with the Bucks. Now, look, you know, did I expect us to beat the Bucks this time around? No. You know, we kind of pulled a fast one on them. It was at the third game of the season when we beat them. So I didn't expect us to win this game, and I didn't expect the Bucks to give this game away to us. You know, it was a combination, I think, of rust for the Knicks and just that the Bucks wanted a little bit of a revenge game here. End up losing 134-101. I mean, we got our ass kicked in every regard. So many turnovers. Randall had his worst game of the season with 7 points. RJ Barrett didn't do too bad, though. 22 points, highest scorer for the Knicks that game. But, you know, the supporting cast couldn't do anything. And, you know, Randall had his worst game of the season. And I feel like, you know, watching that game, it really goes to show you that if Randall doesn't do well, the team's in trouble. You know, everything flows through Randall. And if the supporting cast can't make shots, you know, we're in trouble. Kind of a bad way to start the second half of the season, and one that gave me a lot of worry because, you know, now we're going to OKC, who, you know, I would say maybe is around us in terms of, you know, where they sit in the standings and whatnot. But it's a game that we could have easily lost. You know, I was a little nervous about it, and, you know, and we'll get to this later, but we got a really insane back-to-back coming up that I'm not too thrilled about. But, you know, I got to admit, though, I got to give credit to the Knicks. 119-97 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Randall bouncing back with a triple double, man. 26 points, 12 assists, 12 rebounds. He's actually the first player since Mark Jackson to record 2 triple-doubles in a season for the Knicks, which is a little frightening when you think about, how common it seems that triple-doubles are now in the NBA. And but anyway, it's just kind of just shows you where the Knicks have been these last chunk of years and whatnot. But with that being said, RJ Barrett, 32 points, quickly 21 points coming off the bench. And same thing with Burks with 15, and Bullock showing up with 14. He had a horrible game against the Bucks. But anyway, you see what happens when the supporting cast ignites. We could score some points. And I just wanted to point out something that happened towards the beginning of the game. Frank Ntilikina started as point guard because Derrick Rose has been dealing with COVID issues, and Peyton is also hurt. So we're a little depleted at point guard. So Ntilikina came in, gets 2 fouls within the first 5 minutes of the game, and is out. And, it kind of sucks for him because he finally had his moment and he blew it. I think Thibodeau is the kind of guy, very Belichick-like, where it's just kind of next man up. If you don't do your job, next man up. And if that person plays well, you're probably not going to see the court anytime soon. So quickly comes in and just does very well. I think he's not the traditional point guard, and I think that's where we miss Derrick Rose. But shooting guy that he drained 21 points and he played very well, and he helped ignite the offense, because in the beginning of this game we were a little stale. I think we still were kind of recovering from the ass whooping that happened against the Bucks. But with that being said, we got this huge back-to-back coming up against the Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers, who are the top 2 teams in the East. And Brooklyn Nets are the Brooklyn Nets with Kyrie and Harden. We probably won't see Durant in that game, but still, I'm not expecting a win on that one. And then we go to Philadelphia and play the MVP favorite and Embiid, and then also Ben Simmons and everything. So this is going to be a tough stretch, but I guess what I'm hoping for is that I want us to play close. I want us to play hard. I hope when I come chat with you guys again, that I'm not recapping 2 absolute blowouts against these teams, which I'm a little nervous about. The second half of this season, we're going to be playing a lot better teams. And, we need to win some of these games in order to kind of stay at this 500 mark and hopefully squeak into the playoffs. So we'll see what happens. But, let's stay positive, Knick fans. I will touch base with you guys after this back-to-back, and, make sure you like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys that listen, and we'll talk soon.